They say adventure is just inconvenience considered wrongly. And so today's adventure was going to pick up my new Ford 68 F250. All right, let's get to it. All right, we did a little quick and dirty wiring. Brought in a voltage regulator and then did some adapting. And now we have everything. It starts from the key and everything, so I think we're good to go. The truck is pulling hard to one side a little bit, and you can kind of see the alignment. There's a tire in the front that looks like it's kind of tilted out at an angle, so I think it's a bit of a handful to drive. The tire's got plenty of tread on it, but it looks like it's wearing funny, so we're going to take a chance and see what we can do with it. Daniel's driving now, and I'm just going to follow along behind him. We've got about, I don't know, 93 miles or something to go, so we'll see how that goes.
That was scary.
I was watching you working the steering wheel.
Is it the ball joint? Let's see, move it, Rob. No, just move it like back and forth.
Did you tighten it at all, the wheel bearing?
Yeah. No, the other way, up and down. Oh, it's a ball joint, huh?
Is it?
Look. Here, look how it's moving, this piece.
Oh, yeah. But was the wheel bearing loose at all?
You had that grease gun in your car, huh? Who has a grease gun, I see?
I don't think I do anymore. I think. All right, we're still continuing on. We probably have about maybe 20 miles to go, 19 miles to go. And we're running along at about 45. The tire on that truck, it's behind me now, is gonna start to get to metal at some point with the ball joint being out. I'm glad I'm not driving it. I feel really bad I'm not, but I also I think Daniel's got the experience, so driving those old junkers. But we'll hopefully make it home and take a look at the truck after that. Is that my new Ford truck? Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, that chrome is clean, clean, clean all the way down. For an old truck, it's amazing what kind of condition this is in. This tire, the ball joint is going bad on this side, and that tire, it was kind of hanging out at the bottom and putting all its weight on the inside. And by the time we made the 100-mile drive home, it was down to bare metal. We monitored it as we went. Let's look under the hood. We did some a little bit of early morning wiring this morning, and we used a part of the harness from another vehicle that I had, and we were able to make it do everything. Actually, I did a lot of research while I had some time off, and we discovered kind of how everything works, and so I was able to get almost everything hooked up. The only thing that's not working, and I don't know if it's related to our work here, is the brake lights aren't working. After 100 miles, it's still full of coolant, battery's fully charged, no major leaks that I can see anywhere. In the meantime, I'll replace that ball joint, kind of go through the front end. I actually have an idea about maybe swapping the entire front suspension, and that would be for the purposes of getting disc brakes on the front. And I guess it's the good thing about these trucks is they were built the same for so long that something from a later model will easily bolt right on to this thing. And so it's a matter of just pulling these pieces off from another truck, one with disc brakes, and then you can just swap the front end and then have a much more modern front suspension. But yeah, I don't even see any leaking going on under here, so that's really good. So every vehicle has a story, and the backstory on this truck was that there was a guy who used to build birdhouses, and he used to drive this truck, and he died a couple of years ago, and I guess his estate finally was liquidated, and I was lucky enough to have a beautiful wife that told me about it. These license plates were what he used to use to make roofs for the birdhouses, and then some of these scraps are probably things he used in that process. I do have a pretty sweet little gun rack back here that I'm planning to put back on it. The interior, let's take a look in there. The interior is in good condition, a little stained up, a little worn. The seat is in really good condition, so someone recovered it, I'm thinking. The gas tank, looks pretty new. And that's, if you didn't notice, a leopard print umbrella that comes with it. So we're looking forward to using that. Obviously, well, normally on these you don't see a real clear dashboard or dash instrument cluster, and that's because they dry out. So I don't know why this one looks so good. Oh, come on. Charging works. Temperature works. I think the oil will come up slowly but surely. Radio with good old-fashioned metal factory bezel. 4-speed transmission with a granny first gear. Other than that, just needs some cleanup, and I think it can look like a really good truck and be completely useful. One of the things about these trucks is that they were real trucks. They could be used. You could throw bricks in them, you could throw logs in them, you could throw railroad ties in them, and you didn't have to worry about damaging them. And when you have something like this, it's just made to work, and it's going to work. And it's going to work consistently for a long time. This one suits my fleet. This thing's a bit of a handful. What's cool about it? This trim is in really good condition all the way around. This bumpers are really cool. It's got these nice little hooks for putting your chain through and being able to secure your load, as well as these last on the road in 21. Again, nice smooth trim, a little bit of dinging right there all the way. Base model truck, Utah plate on the front. The only real bad rust I see on this thing is right here, and then on the other side kind of the same thing, but otherwise it's a solid truck. From here the work begins, but this one is probably in a lot better shape than the F100 over there. I did steal some parts off of it, which I need to replace to get it back in running condition. So anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. Oh yeah, I think I got a new shop cat. Oh, it's okay. You can live in here if you want.